This is for Stevie827. How you doing, Steve? I have to agree with you on the racist rant kind of thing from white people. It's really unbelievable what people think that they can get away with, not only in public, but they actually think that what they say matters. I work in a neighborhood that is almost 98% black. And I hear that word all the time from black people. And I can understand, I'm not cool with it, but I can understand why they use that word, because Lenny Bruce put it really well. He said that, he did this routine about, are there any niggers in the audience tonight? And there's shock silence. And then he goes on to use every racist epithet that you could possibly think of: kike, spick, wop, guinea. And by the end, the audience is in hysterics. But at the very end of it, he does make a point where he just says, if you beat a word to death, like fuck, it diminishes the word to the point of where it becomes part of the language. And as he said, no black child ever will go home crying to his mother because he got called a nigger. So in that sense, I can understand why they robbed it from white people and why they took it. Now, when I hear it, it's disturbing because I know the connotations of what that is. And just as a quick story, a couple of crackers I see in Virginia. I go to Virginia sometimes, and there's a couple of crackers sitting on a stool in a diner somewhere in, buttfuck Virginia. And they are just having this loud conversation, and nobody's noticing because they're just, Earl and his sister chasing cousin. And they're talking about, he goes, hey Charlie, he goes, them niggers are so dumb that they've been calling themselves niggers, and we don't even have to do it no more because they're so dumb they call themselves niggers. And these guys thought that was the funniest thing they'd ever heard. So again, white people, black people, same word. Wow, totally different connotation. I know somebody called me a thick Mick or a dumb frog or something like that. I get really pissed off unless they were a thick Mick and a dumb frog. But I guess if you keep it within the connotations of the culture, it's a word, There was a study done by Ashley Montague, very famous anthropologist, where he said he heard a couple of black guys, like 6 or 7 black guys, use the word motherfucker like over 100 times as a noun, a verb, an adverb, an adverbial modifier, a subject, a predicate, you name it. Every part of the English language that these guys could get motherfucker into, they managed to do it. And that's kind of cool if you think about it. That's great. But again, within the language and within the culture of where you're dealing with it, I think counts a lot. And of course, white people, no matter what, who's that stupid comedian who says, even when people say, I hate when people use the N-bomb, white people use the N-bomb, because we all know they're just saying nigger. And they are. They just won't say it. And unfortunately, I got a 50-year-old Italian friend who calls me my nigga. Where do we go from there?